Hello everybody. Today we'll make a brief introduction about international law and about how it has affected the Middle East and at the end of the First World War. International law has existed since the early 19th century, but in fact there was no vivid international organization that would supervise the situation in the world. Woodrow Wilson, the President of the United States, was a very passionate supporter of it. He has attended the Versailles Peace Conference in France and declared his famous 14 points, based on which the League of Nations was founded, and the goal of which was to preserve peace all around the world. It was decided then that the people should get the right of self-determination in lands that were occupied by the Ottoman Empire. Here is the map of the Middle East, just to give you an idea of what they were dealing with. Here are some things that we need to understand before I continue. I would like to talk specifically about the laws that are dealing with borders and possession of lands. So in this case, the international law is formed by treaties, and the only one who can dispose of a certain land is the one who has sovereignty over the land. The parties that were involved is the newly formed League of Nations, the principal allied powers, Italy, Japan, France, and Great Britain. Russia was an ally at first, but they withdrew after the Revolution of 1917. And the associate allied power was the United States of America. Now, this is how it happened. At the end of the war, the League of Nations was formed, and another convention was held in April 1920, San Remo, Italy, during which the mandates were formed in accordance with the Article 22 of the Covenant of the League of Nations. The idea was that until the people can proclaim independence, they needed a guardian or a foreign power that will guard their rights until they can declare independence. It was decided that there would be 3 mandates. Keep in mind that I'm talking only about the mandates that are concerning Palestine issue. Otherwise, there were a lot of other mandates all over North Africa and Middle East. So there was mandate of Syria. It would be protected by the French. It was later divided into Lebanon and Syria to give a separate country for the Christian Arabs in Lebanon, and Syria would go for the Sunni Muslims. There was a mandate for Palestine, which was designated as a homeland for the Jews. And there was the mandate of Iraq, which was to be given to the Shia Muslims, both of which would be protected by the British. All of this was decided at San Remo Conference. Upon signing the resolution, legally what happened is that the principal allied powers have transferred the sovereignty that they had over the lands to the people that were to establish the independent countries in there. The borders were marked later in the Franco-British Border Convention of December 1920. This is the map. Before I end this video, I would like to make some things clear. The lands were not divided according to the Sykes-Picot Agreement, as many believe. Mainly, there were 2 reasons for it. First of all, it was decided not to honor any secret agreements anymore. And it was simply illegal for these countries to divide the lands that they did not own. Another thing is that the mandatory powers were not to treat the territories as their imperial colonies because they did not have any sovereignty over the lands. And they were answering to the League of Nations, and any change to the mandate rules should have gained an official approval from the League of Nations before it being implemented. Another important and last note is that the mandate for Palestine did include Jordan. It can be seen on this map. This is all for today. Thank you for watching.